Welcome to Impact Masters Podcast in collaboration with Africa's Talking Retold Podcast, where every conversation sparks new insights. Join us as we delve into the stories of extraordinary individuals who are shaping our world, movers and shakers in tech, policymakers, entrepreneurs, entertainers, and all those whose stories are worth telling. Get ready to be inspired, challenged, and transformed. Welcome, and let's embark on this journey of discovery together. Impact Masters Podcast. You can check us out on all social media platforms. You can also find us across all podcast channels. Simply search for Impact Masters, then subscribe, follow, and share. www.impactmasters.io. Here's your host, Michael Kamathi.
Now you can have the APC, your advanced purchase commitment.
Can you repeat what APC stands for again?
Advanced purchase commitment.
Okay.
Now it's just basically
commitment.
With
or you are
bonus.
Just trying out the market.
No, you're not trying. You for a client, for you to sign APC with the client has to know what I'm signing. Now it has to be
so they either pay some percentage or they pay in full or discounted.
Discounted. The point I am signing the APC is you will discount this software for this long by this much.
Okay.
Now when I'm converting, if you are doing it at 100, I'm doing it at 50.
Okay.
I took a risk. You're getting same. Now that's the purpose of APC. Now you can have because APC it's low market CAC. You can just when you are here, let's say you have maybe a software, an ERP.
Yeah.
Talk to some few guys here at the co-working space. Test it out. Your interests. Now you know you've spent considerably less on CAC, and you have at least a working model to show people there is this I've done, this I've purchased, this I've committed, these are APC. Now that's very, very, very valuable information. But you cannot tell an investor, I have an idea.
It has to be some MVP or...
Yeah, it has to. Because you as the investor...
Or a prototype or...
Yeah, it has to be a prototype. But now, since it's the Kenyan market, funding, also getting funding, it's becoming tougher and tougher because of the failing companies. They say you have to have revenue. They increase the bar you're getting. Now, you have revenue, you have the prototype. You want to develop the MVP clearly, perfectly, and also convert the MVP to the full-on product. Also, you want to use part of that money to launch the stuff you're getting.
This means hiring.
Exactly, hiring.
Acquiring customers.
Marketing, ad revenue, office space.
An accountant, you hire one.
Yeah, you hire one. You get a good financial guy up.
You are using Futsubishi, now you want to get yourself a Range Rover.
Also a Range Rover, you're getting. Now, Sasa, the problem, even with my experience in funding, funding is not the issue. The issue is 10xing the return.
That's where most people fail.
It's not easy. People come off with the market will purchase, the market will. Kwani, how long have you been doing this? It's only like 3 month sales. That's not reliable. For reliable standard deviation, you have to have a standard deviation comes to play when you're doing the sales forecast using background from the patterns, 3 month sales. And then now when you are Q3, Q4, you ask yourself, by how much have I deviated from the mean? Now that's where standard deviation comes into play. If you said you're expecting 10 million by Q4, by what percentage have you achieved that?
Okay.
Now if it's like lower, you adjust your expectations. Now you see like the market does not respond to your
adjustments.
Exactly.
So what are these trade-offs that you expect when you are negotiating a higher valuation?
For trade-offs, obviously, you'll have to negotiate connections. Because I prefer investors with connections than an investor who will give me money and then goes there and then aniambie multiply my income. You're getting?
Yes.
Kuna the financial and the non-financial trade-off. Unaona. Obviously, you'll have to give up equity. You'll have to give up a portion of control. You'll have to give up maybe a lot of your work-life balance.
Yeah.
Because remember, this money comes in for it to become double.
Yes.
Not for your Range Rover.
And it will not just work itself. You have to put in some work. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, sasa, it comes in, maybe it also will require skills. You'll require strategists. You'll require someone who is very, very, very good at exploring different markets. Service dev. You're getting? All this ni cost. You're getting?
Yeah.
Kuna now sasa the non-financial. The non-financial ni your work-life balance. Kuna what else?
What about where the negotiation take longer?
Time.
Yeah.
Sasa hiyo ni time. Also, time is a resource.
Yeah.
Unaona. The shortest that you can get funded by a VC, it's 3 months.
Because they have to do the due diligence, filing.
Yeah, filing.
Yeah.
Because the biggest issue in Aquaga, not even the DD, market research, is your company actually making money?
Ama you have cooked the figures.
Exactly. Unaona. Because I'm giving you my money, my hard-earned money.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
You know, I can't risk some things with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are solid, we are friends, we are best friends.
Yeah.
But I've given you money.
Yes.
You've done the marketing.
Yes.
Has the company actually made money? Will the company actually make money?
Yes.
Will the company actually will product market fit?
Yes.
Because hapo ndio VC anakuaga roughly reluctant. Hii pesa anapeana si yangu pia. Nimeraise. Investor anataka certain percentage IRR. IRR ni internal rate of return.
Okay.
Internal hiyo ni kama how much percentage are you giving on top of the percentage that you've done, you've gotten, let's say 10%. Let me start from the top. Tusipoteze watu.
Okay.
When you're doing a funding round in VC, venture capital, there are two peoples.
Okay.
There are general partner, limited partner. Limited partner ni the investor, the one who brings in the money, but they don't have day-to-day
Running
control
of the business.
They do not interfere with day-to-day.
Yes.
General partner raises from LP.
Okay.
LP akikam kwa scene.
Who is LP?
Limited partner.
Okay.
Let's start. Let's
minimize the abbreviation because in raising, that's how you get confused by the investor. Before you know it, 90% of the company is gone.
There are two people.
Yes.
There is limited partner, general partner.
Yes.
In venture capital.
Yes.
Now background ya VC.
Yeah.
Kwa limited partner.
Yes.
He's the guy with the money.
Yes.
General partner, he's the guy with the deal flow.
Okay.
He's the guy who knows where you will take your money. Kama sasa example ya limited partner inakuaga wealthy sovereign funds. Kama a sovereign fund ni
mean like Norway, Dubai.
Family.
Okay.
So Norway is the country.
Okay.
There is the royal family in Norway. Same ya Denmark.
Okay.
They have a lot of money.
Okay.
What do they do with it? They get in contact with now general partners. Say, I have ABCD companies. If you can invest in them, I can guarantee this percentage.
Okay.
they now the limited partner gets interested. Now limited partner can be family offices. Family offices ni like unye his family.
Okay.
Wakona
The Kenyatta family.
The Kenyatta can be can be a limited partner.
Okay.
Now family offices. You can raise from established investors. Investors, accredited investors. Accredited investors ni the accreditation inapewa kwa investors past $200,000 mark by NEC, your New York Stock Exchange. Sasa they give you the accredited investor accreditation once after you've subtracted the money generating assets, you're still left with 200K.
Yes.
After liabilities, everything. Where kusota yako ni
$200,000.
$200,000, 20 million.
So today, if you have like a million and decide to invest 800,000, you can be accredited as an investor.
Yeah, so you've invested, sindio?
Yeah.
But
I still have 200. I've invested 800,000.
Yeah, 800,000. Yeah. After assets.
Yes.
To our living expenses.
Okay, now I can invest 500.
Yeah. If you can comfortably invest 500, remain with 500.
Yeah. You're good.
You're good. Okay. Now you'll be able to.
Then there is a revolving fund to make sure that anytime
that
there's 200,000. Okay.
Yeah, that must be there.
Okay.
He see savings.
Yeah.
He need disposable income yenye umebakisha.
Okay.
He need like fair umebakisha 5 million, 10 million mahali. You're getting kitu kama hiyo sasa. Now for your accredited investors, they get risky investments. Risky investments higher return.
Yes.
That's why people go after the accreditation.
Yes.
Now sasa they can talk to now like kama you've heard of Jimmy Wanjigi saying the sovereign wealth loan. I'm a bond. Sovereign wealth bond. That is a family that's the UK royal family loaning the Kenyan government. Now once you hear the sovereign wealth, there is a sovereign, a mahali, a conglomeration of people giving out money in a different manner.
Okay.
Now sasa kuna the family, kuna established investors as LP. LP ni limited partners. Kuna now sasa people who are like who have it and don't know where to. Also limited partners can be corporate. Let's say Equity. Equity have a ton of cash lying around.
Yeah.
Inflation comes. Inflation hits them higher than investing.
When they've invested, yeah.
Unaona? Sasa now mostly inakuaga corporate venture.
Okay.
Niitwa hivyo. Corporate venture backed capital. Niitwa CVBC.
Okay.
Now like a company like Equity gives you as the general partner this amount to develop the company and sell back to it.
Okay.
Because Equity cannot like start a company. They are too busy for that.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And that's not their main business.
That's not their main.
Yeah.
Like the way they're doing their high on diversification. You know, they're in health. You're getting, they want to go into agriculture, but they don't have a sustainable business model that can be absorbed by the core business.
Yeah.
That's why they're still angling areas of collaboration with different, now general partners are different entrepreneurs to develop the company for them. After the company is developed, now they can now absorb it like entirely as their own. Now that's corporate venture-backed capital.
Okay.
Now sasa, and then kwa general partner has deal flow. Deal flow ni you have good deals. You have good companies. You have good innovative companies that can 10x the return. Now that's the general partner. General partner is responsible for day-to-day fund management, offices, utilities, normal expenditure, payroll, yeye ndo anamanage. Unaona? But now there is now the model 2 and 20. 2% out of the entire pool goes directly to management.
Okay.
Now to pay salary, ABCD, all expenses. And then 20% as carry. There's something called carry. If you agree with now the limited partner. If you have, let's say, I give you 30 million USD.
Yeah.
To invest in 10 companies.
Yes.
And then I'm expecting back roughly 35.
Yeah.
Now you pass $35 million mark. That you return 50.
Okay.
Now you're like, so we talked 35. Hii yote ya junior yangu. And then the investors like, no. The limited partner like, no. Umetoa hiyo pesa kwa nani?
Okay.
Sasa kuna akoka dispute. Now to solve it is now where carry comes in.
What is carry?
Carry ni hiyo pesa ya juu.
Okay.
Unaona? You are targeting, you give me a target of 35.
Yes.
I returned 50.
Yeah. So
if
that's what is known as carry.
Carry. That's carry. Hiyo pesa ya juu.
So how is it divided legally or
20%.
without dispute?
Now legally it's 20%. Now the general partner
remains with
20% of all amounts above
the agreed
amount.
Okay.
Sasa now they agree
plus the 2% of the
2% that equal 2% hiyo ni hiyo ndio ya kusustain fund.
So let me ask then, because now we have gotten there.
Yeah.
So if I have 30 million and I'm taking 2%, and sometimes it takes longer to invest this 30 million.
Yeah.
What happens then? Do I need to return even the 2%? What is the guideline there?
Pools have a natural death. I am giving you 30 million for 5 years.
So after that years, even if I'm not invested, that money disappears?
It disappears.
Or what does the natural
I'm
death
expecting 35 after 5 years.
If you invested or not, that's your problem.
That's you. What do you agree?
I see.
Pools
so that's why some investors or VCs are quite aggressive sometimes to invest.
Wanapeana pesa kupeana. Sasa now the death is occurring.
And that's why now the strategy of acquisition, hostile takeover.
Yeah, because they need to get the percentage.
Okay. And the returns.
They need to.
So even for them, returns. It's a survival tactic.
Everyone is surviving in finance.
Okay.
Everyone.
Including the banks.
The banks. Even government. Look at our government.
The
financial part of the government.
Left, right, and center.
Like, I cannot even explain how wrong is that. Because once you have an unpredictable business economy,
you're in a mess.
Sasa now,
actually, we'll talk about government investment, because sometimes, as you said, it's not mostly that government give other governments money. Sometimes it's sovereign money.
Yeah, sovereign individuals,
companies,
high net worth, wanaitwa UNHW.
Yeah, pension funds and all these things. So I think that's something else people might want to understand, because if you're in an environment where there is bad investment as a country, even thriving as an entrepreneur is quite difficult.
Yeah, like now it will be now pronounced.
Yes.
The difficulty inaongezeka.
Yes. Now, let me ask this. So, what are the common... okay, we talked about that. But with this pool, how should the founder allocate the option pool among key team members like the CEO, COO, executive team?
Now that's difficult. I cannot. Let me say. For that, that you'll have to agree.
Okay.
Maybe what I can do best, because that's a topic I don't discuss with my portfolio companies. I usually feel like it's overstepping. Because now, you came out of nowhere to tell us how we'll divide our cash.
No, I mean, but there should be like a framework.
Yeah, there's the framework.
Just not to give everything. Because I've seen people, you trust someone, maybe they come and run a company. Yeah. You give them a certain percentage. Afterwards, now it's like they own it and they are no longer with the company, or priorities changed, or you did not agree at some point. This happens.
Yeah, things happen. But mostly what I do is I give a framework. I don't give a definite answer.
Yeah.
For that, what I usually say is mostly let's get down to who is doing what. Who has the most responsibilities? Realistically. Who has the most responsibilities?
Yeah.
Nani akienda kwa ofisi, nani anafanya kazi mingi kuliko mwingine? nani anafanya kazi kidogo mingi, nani anafanya kazi kidogo.
So if someone is putting in more work should get more equity.
If you don't give them more equity,
they will be demotivated.
They'll be demotivated.
But also, does it mean also work? Does it have to be day to day, or sometimes someone can bring the networks, bring the connection? That's also considered as high value.
Yeah, that's considered as high value. Yeah, that's a good thing. But now, how will you quantify that?
I mean, you should maybe set a target.
Yeah, if you work with targets now that this one is doing a lot of reasonably when you're at the early age of startups, everyone is doing everything. Ati sijui when you're marketing, ati unafocus na marketing peke yake. Kuna time utaingia admin, have people paid, you start calling people. Your payment is overdue, there's a late fee. You're getting.
Yeah.
The CEO is not there. The meeting will the meeting stop?
No.
You're getting at some point.
Everyone is doing everything.
Everyone is doing everything.
Yeah.
But realistically, there are one person, two people who have the entire thing. That's the thing we start.
Yeah.
One person can have the entire company. Akitoka,
you crumble.
Like literally within days.
Yeah.
That's also why a lot of investors want founder market fit. Not everyone is depending on one person. There's an issue.
Under the bus analogy.
Exactly.
So, so when you're considering some of these factors for allocation, we have said one of the most important things is the responsibility, the role one is playing.
Yeah.
Motivation should be considered so that those who are putting in more do not feel like, we are putting in more but we're getting less for it.
Kwanza ikifika hapo, if a member of the founding team states that explicitly, he is ready, maybe anaelekea kulive. Huyu amechoka na wewe. Juu ameona. It's not fair. For me, I'm not getting any value. What happens when you don't get value? Realistically, you just look for where you'll get value.
Yes.
Normal human nature.
Yeah.
Sasa, what I usually advise is have more of a dynamic split.
Yes.
A split that will change over time.
Yes.
You might have the idea, but you don't know how to execute.
Yes. Which is very, very important.
You have nothing without execution.
True.
Now the person who's doing the execution obviously will want more.
Okay.
But the idea is yours.
Okay.
Give them more now. It will change later. It's always remember these things are negotiations. They are not fixed.
Can you negotiate down someone once you already give them,
Technically you can.
Will not that look like you are, blackmailing them, screwing them?
See, it's finance.
What does that mean? You play with numbers.
Play with numbers. Everything is an exchange. You have control.
So you mean this game, someone has to...
Welcome to corporate. That's how...
Oh, that's corporate 101.
Corporate 101. Okay. Everything is a transaction.
Okay.
You have equity. You don't have dividends. Now you have control. I have money. Now we'll have to talk.
Okay.
You will give me more money. I'll give you more equity. More control.
Okay. So it is always good for the investor and the receiver of the investment to be able to negotiate better deals at all time.
Let's say when the deal is nearing its death, you need to, let me how do I put it? You need to now start speaking real. Sawa, you've interested. What exactly are you speaking?
Yeah.
Are you speaking, what are your expectations? Because you might make a very, very, very good pitch. Perfect. The investor comes in, you will, wewe ndio kusema. ukisimama kwa market, everyone will run to your company. You're just a good talker. You're not a good executioner. The investor expects 10x return.
Anything else is just stories.
Because that's the vision you created.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in some way, it's still your fault.
Yeah.
Now the investor comes, you don't even a basic balance sheet.
But does this even affect internal wrangles with
it does.
Employees, vested interests, option?
It does, because everyone always also expect these are companies.
Yeah.
Everyone has interest.
Okay.
No, even they will not say it now.
The earlier you realize that, the better. Okay. Anyway, you talked about cap table and option pool. So, what are some best practices founders manage their cap table and option?
Track it regularly for cap table. For option pools, you need to have a solid contract.
Okay.
And also solid valuation. Do not give people trash equity because you know it's trash and you know where the sweet
spots are.
People will know. Not now, not later. Let's say 10 years down the line, they will know. Unless now you start firing people because of the mistakes you did. But for cap table, be very, very, very conscious of the cap table. Be very, very, very. It will mess you.
And how do you make sure that it doesn't mess you?
Bargain early. With people, it's better to have a larger option pool with less dead investors than a small investment pool.
Yeah.
With more dead investors. For you to manage the cap table, if someone is coming in, what do they bring other than finances?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah.
For someone to convert as a dead investor is someone who had only money, nothing else. You have a dead investor. That's why a lot of angels are usually dead investors. Most, not all. If you've raised from an angel who was an entrepreneur, you have a very, 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 very good investor.
Yeah.
Huyu atakusaidia. Same, investors are people. You might get an investor who is starting out. Ako paranoid of everything.
Including?
Expenditure. Sasa now, to make it worse, you are not in the same field. Uko kwa event space.
Yes.
The event is about startups.
Yes.
The startup is about events.
Yeah.
Ametoka kwa marketing. Ametoka kwa medtech. Ama something which has corporate. Ametoka corporate. People who are from corporate know budgets even before budgets are requested. Unaona, wana kwa very, very planned. And then wananiambia at the event at security wamepotea. We need to hire some a new security. There is a lot of inconsistencies when you're doing events than when you're working in corporate. Sasa nasikia hizi inconsistencies zote naona
this guy is stealing from me.
This guy is stealing from me bana.
How come?
Well,
you pay these guys down payment.
Well, they accept
What
it.
happened?
What happened?
Yeah.
You don't have time to explain. Because events, people will come to see what. Unaona? People have paid tickets to see maybe a celeb or maybe someone. The celeb is not there. You need to have a
backup plan.
The investor wants an explanation, wants a meeting.
Me, I wanted Davido, now I'm getting Calligraph Jones.
I
wanted Calligraph Jones, now I'm getting these other guys called
huyo wa nini anaitwaje? Simple Boy. Anaitwa Simple.
What is Simple Boy now getting the other lady, Kanjo lady. You know, so it's always and actually it happens a lot because also people get sick. People get offers that they can't refuse.
Things happen.
Yeah.
But now investor ametoka corporate.
Yeah. They are so rigid.
Very, very planned and rigid.